actual experience. I love it, and if your friends are comfortable, you can invite physical touch and massage. But yeah, those are just some kind of thoughts and ideas on sacred sisterhood. I hope that you can continue to call in those sacred sisters into your life. Thank you so much for being here and joining me today with topics.
So last week I went out to a coworker's cousin's property and got to be part of milling some wood. We were gonna do an Alaskan mill, but the chain size ended up being kind of screwy because the power head size of the chainsaw was not big enough. So we didn't end up using the Alaskan mill, and I didn't really get a whole lot of video of us using the regular mill, but since I got to help out and hang out and all that stuff, I ended up getting some black walnut. That's really cool. I don't have use for them right now, but I have been trying to acquire random things that I know I'll be able to take with me once I get a van. I still don't know when I'm getting the van. I was really hoping to go home to Virginia and buy one there and then drive it back out. But in terms of like money, I'm just super broke right now, and if it lines up and works out, then it does, and if it doesn't, I'll wait longer and do it right. So yeah, I got these black walnut pieces, and they're kind of just chilling outside right now, looking pretty rough, but I think at some point I'm gonna ask the property owner if I can use some of his like sanding tools to maybe sand it down and get it nicer looking, so I could eventually take it with me wherever I'm going next. I have today off, and I was hoping to get some productive stuff done, but I kind of feel like crap because I just started my cycle and I need to finish editing a video to get out by tomorrow because today's Monday. So I think I'll try to work on that, but honestly, I'm feeling like going into town and like playing with cameras that I can't afford right now, but hopefully can get one in the future, and just having a really relaxing and quiet day to myself. It's been really fun recently, a lot of great things going on in my life. I'm happy to report that I feel happy, and I don't know if I've honestly been able to say that to myself for like almost 2 years. So that's great, but I do feel a little depleted today. So I think I might end up taking it easier than I have been past week or two because I just need to chill. I need to have some chill because I've been kind of having no chill, hanging out, having fun, just enjoying my life. Having a nice, quiet, restful day to myself sounds like the perfect thing right now. One thing I love about this house is the wood paneled walls. It's like, if I want to have my house be a little cozy den where it's dark and dim during the day, I can. And then if I want it to be super light, I can go into the sunroom or just open the doors and make it so much brighter. And on a day where I'm feeling like kind of lazy, tired, and low energy, having like the low light reflect that to me is super nice. I don't know if it's because I live alone or this house is just awesome, but I really love living here, and I think it has contributed to how much better I'm feeling in general because I just have the independence to express myself however I want. Like my house, it's a little bit messy right now. I mean, I don't have that much stuff, so I feel like it never really gets super dirty. But I can just like leave my shit everywhere and not have to worry about it bothering someone else. That just feels like empowering. I'm empowered to leave my shit everywhere, guys. I made snickerdoodle cookies yesterday. Didn't record it, but they hit. They're really fucking good. This past week, my friend Lara invited me to a yoga class. I honestly wasn't gonna go at first because I had such bad poison oak on my legs, I could barely even bend my right leg. That day came and the swelling had stopped and I was like, yeah, let's do this. And something that was really cool about it was that the instructor was doing this like full moon reflection afterwards with journaling and tea and just connecting with the feminine energy that was within the group of people doing yoga. And I wanted to share some of the reflections that I wrote down. Felt like it was so powerful to have a bunch of like women together really talking about their inner feelings, and we were for the most part all strangers and just had this sense of community together. Really made me feel at home with myself. Especially that day, I was kind of having a weird day. I had a weird day at work. I had a weird confrontation with a friend who had expressed that they were upset with me and didn't explain why. And so I was just feeling so off. And then after this full moon reflection and little tea ceremony we had together, I just felt so much better. And I think one of the main things that made me feel instantly better was the first prompt was to express 5 things that you're grateful for in the past month. The things I was grateful for were my family and chosen family that have been helping me when I'm in need, and knowing I have a community of people in my life. Love, and knowing that I can feel reciprocated romantic love again. Communication from those I cherish, even if it's something that upsets me. Creativity and the birth of new ideas and energy to create again. And lastly was the rain. The elements have been really powerful recently, but it's so nice seeing that the earth is nourished. Having all of this green grass here is just so foreign to me in California. I think something that was really important from all of this gratitude initially was just like setting out those things in front of myself and realizing like, you know, I was having a hard time having my friend express to me that he was upset with me, but I was also really happy that I have been able to create a space with this person so that we can openly communicate when the time aligns correctly. Another prompt that I want to share was, what qualities am I grateful to embody, and how can I express these qualities in gifts? I've really been struggling a lot this summer, obviously living out of my car, being evacuated from the fires. And now that I've gotten to a more stable place, something that I've really had on my mind is the fact that I am able-bodied, I'm healthy, receptive, and willing to listen and understand those around me. And the way I can express these qualities and gifts now is I'm actually able to provide a lending hand and ear to those that need it, when they need it, and meet people where they are, have awareness that every person's growing through something, be a good listener, being fluid with my thoughts, allowing relationships to naturally unfold and not necessarily force outcomes, and then just staying in tune with my body and checking in mentally and physically. I have the space now to be able to like live and breathe and be kind of an autonomous human being. And so it feels really good to be able to lend a hand to people around me if they need it, because I'm not surviving every day and I'm not constantly consumed by all the bad thoughts and bad things going on in my life. It just feels really good to be back in my body and knowing that I'm in good health. I think a lot of us have been really heavily reflecting on the last year and a half how important it is to take care of your body, take care of your mind, and like really value those things and put them first over maybe work or other people in your life. I know that that's a privilege to say that. Sometimes when we really need money, we have to go to work anyway. Yeah, I was really happy to just like spend some time with people and reflecting outward, because I have been journaling a lot. I think a little bit less recently than I was this summer, but it was nice to journal with like a group of people and reflect upon that and feel like I can share what I'm writing about versus like feeling like I need to keep it to myself in an insecure sense. The space was just really welcoming and accepting. And I felt like it gained some new friends out of it, so. Do I look crazy? I kind of just feel like I look like fucking Kenny Rogers from like Eastbound and Down, but I don't know. Maybe it's a vibe. Maybe it's not. Oh my god, does anybody else get so sweaty when they're on their period? I feel like I just ran the mile. And I didn't run the mile, I just sat around and had man tell me about cameras. I didn't take any video inside of the camera store because I was too scared. Sorry guys. But I did have some questions answered about potentially getting a new camera at some point. You know, I really want to upgrade my setup so that I can do like up close stuff and have like better lighting situations than what my phone can offer, because I have like such an old phone and the GoPro is awesome, but I can't like get up close. I was mainly going to look at like Sony cameras, but I found out that Olympus cameras are they're waterproof, which is really cool and a little bit better of a price point. Doesn't offer full framing, so I don't know if I will end up doing that. It also doesn't do 120 frames per second, so I wouldn't be able to do slow motion on that camera, so it might be kind of a breaking point. But they do offer rentals for their Nikon cameras that they have, and I might try to rent that one for a week for like 50 bucks or something and kind of play around and see what I really want in a nice camera. When I choose to invest in getting something, it's gonna be like freaking like $2,000, you know, and it's probably gonna be a while until I get something like that because I really need to save money for other things and pay off my debt. But it's nice to have a camera store here in town where I can actually go like look at a bunch of different stuff and like feel the weight of it, feel how big it actually is, and have someone who knows a lot more than I do. And we'll see what happens. I think I'm gonna try to rent that camera at some point, that Nikon camera, and play around with it and try to do a video with that one and see how different it is. I feel like it's gonna ruin me afterwards because I'm just gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's so much nicer quality than the camera I have right now. Testing, 1, 2, 3.